Hey, I wanted to make a video talking about interracial dating, interracial sex, interracial marriage. I know there are people who have a lot of different views about that topic. The first part of the video, I wanted to talk about what the Bible says about interracial dating and marriage, interracial mingling in that way. And I wanted to share my personal views on it and from what I've experienced and what I've seen and so forth. So, in the Bible, I turn to Deuteronomy chapter 7. I wanted to read for you. My keeps itching. I wanted to read for you Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 1 to 4. So I'll begin. When the Lord your God brings you into the land you are entering to possess, and he drives out many nations before you, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and powerful than you. And when the Lord your God delivers them over to you and you defeat them, you must completely destroy them. Make no treaty with them and show them no mercy. Do not intermarry with them. Do not give your daughters to their sons or take their daughters for your sons, because they will turn your sons away from me to worship other gods. Then the Lord's anger will burn against you, and he will swiftly destroy you. In Deuteronomy chapter 1, verses 4, God is saying, do not make treaties with certain tribes and certain people of Israel, such as, let me look at it again, the Hittites, Girgashites, and so on. Because in the Bible, white people were considered a different tribe that you should go against in the Bible. They were the cursed people of God in the Bible. So when a black woman decides, oh, she wants to date a white man, then that is like you're going against the Bible, because it says in the Bible, do not intermarry or make treaties with them and so on and so forth. That is why Hollywood and the TV industry and all kinds of industries in general are coming together to try to go against the Bible, to try to go against what God is saying about interracial dating and interracial marriage. They always encouraging the swirl. You remember Martin, the TV show Martin, Shanae was like, well, Shanae ain't with the swirl, alright? Because at first I used to think, oh, well, it shouldn't matter, and you love who you love, and it shouldn't matter what race you're dating and stuff like that. But it very well does matter, because first of all, it's in the Bible in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1 to 4. God is against interracial dating and marriages. And we are all in the world, and we are all and the world consists of many different races and colors, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we should all respect each other, yes, but we shouldn't all be mingling with each other in that way, dating and having sex with each other and marrying each other. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, just give you an example from my life. Like, I tried it, and that was one of the worst experiences of my life. And now I know why God put that in the Bible. Like, don't intermarry or date, or don't give your sons to the daughters or your daughters to the sons, because to be honest with you, it felt weird. Like, I used to talk to this white guy, whatever, like last year. It felt it felt weird, and that's something that I never want to experience again. And it's crazy. Like, black people, they're very ignorant. They're real stupid. Like, they don't really know their history. They should know that white people don't really care for them in that way. And instead of, like, black people marrying black people, like, they want to go off and marry, like, a black man want to marry a white woman, or a black woman wants to marry a white man, instead of. But then again, you want to talk so much, you want to say so many negative things about black men. Don't do this, black men, don't do that. But us black women, we're not supporting our black men. And which is sad, because in the movie The Best Man Holiday, Nia Long was dating a white man in the movie, and that's how they're promoting it, through Hollywood and through many other sources, many other means. And they try to glorify it and make it seem like, oh, that's so great. Or if, oh, and I know it's like some black women, they even be like, oh, well, I'm with a white man and my husband is white, and they feel like they're somehow better than you because their husband is white or their boyfriend is white. And it's not that serious. Just because you're with a white man, he could still be, he could still be a jerk. He could still, treat you wrong. Just because he's white, that doesn't mean that he's gonna treat you any better than if you were with a black man. So I don't know where they got that from, because some of them are probably even worse than black men. Okay, so let's get that real clear. And another thing, Marraige, Tia's sister, is married to a white man, and after my experience with that whole situation, I'm not gonna tell you all of that, because that's personal. I'm not gonna get too much into that, guys. But yeah, it's really not that serious, and people have to realize that slavery is still in existence, and black people, we have to wake up, and we have to know our history. We have been enslaved for so long, so it's time for us to stay together as a people. I'm not saying to disrespect white people or any other race for that matter, but we have to uplift each other, meaning we have to support each other, love each other, and care for each other. And in that sense, in that sense, we should date within our race, date within our culture, because that's how we promote ourselves as a race and as a people. And I just realized it's funny I'm making this video during Black History Month. So my opinion, this is where I stand as of now and forever. I don't believe in interracial marriages. I don't believe in interracial dating and sex. You don't have to accept this message. You can do whatever you want. And that's the crap that they're feeding into our minds now. Oh, it doesn't matter who you love and stuff like that. That's what they say about homosexual marriage too. Oh, love doesn't have a gender, and love doesn't have a race, and all of this nonsense. Don't listen to them, because there are a lot of homosexual relationships that do not work out, and there are a lot of abuse and a lot of negative things going on in homosexual relationships, because that's not the way God intended it to be. Just like in interracial relationships and interracial marriages, they don't work out. Do you notice Tay Diggs and his wife are getting a divorce? And is that something, relationships, interracial relationships, is that something worth fighting for? Don't you notice? I'm not saying all of them don't last, but even if they do last, it don't feel right. It don't feel right. I'm gonna be nasty real quick. I'm gonna say this: if you messing around with a white guy, and yeah, you see his penis or whatever, it looked like a piece of raw meat. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to like put them down or nothing. If it looks weird, like no. So, and another thing is that, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I did that video, guys. I did that video on Scandal. Why I stopped watching Scandal. I did that video a while back. That's a great video. If you guys would like to check it out, that's on my channel too. Don't you notice that the side chick is a black woman and the president is a white man? Of course, he's a white man. Yeah, the president is a white man and the side chick is a black woman. So what that tells you? They're saying black women are not worthy to be married with a ring on their finger. They have to sleep with a white man to get where they need to be at. And the president's wife in that show, she's a white married woman. The side chick is a black woman. So what that's saying about us? And the other one, well, I can't talk about me and Mary Jane because that's not part of my subject matter in this video. But yeah. So what is that saying? Black people have to support each other. So date within your race. White people, they don't care about you. Most of them, I'm not saying they're evil. Well, they are evil. But some of them are just meant to lower your self-esteem. Lower black people's self-esteem because they feel that they are superior to us, but yet they're always trying to be like us. Remember that. I don't believe in interracial dating and interracial marriage. If you do it, that's fine. I respect it, but it ain't right. It ain't right. And I learned my lesson. I ain't doing it. And thank God he gave me the strength to see what was going on, and he put people in my life to tell me the truth about interracial dating and interracial marriage, and it don't feel right. It really doesn't. It's not natural to me. I tried it. It didn't work. That's how I feel. You don't have to agree with me, and that's why I stand, and I don't care. So with all of that being said, I just wanted to share with you my views on interracial dating and marriage. And take care of yourselves. And today, Wednesday, yes. And have a great Wednesday.